The Utah Jazz have officially drafted Ace Bailey. Now he's listed at 6'9" right here. I think he's 6'10", so I'm gonna make him 6'10" once I'm able to edit the roster. But yeah, he went number 5 to the Jazz. And for what I heard, he didn't even really want to go to the Jazz. He wanted to go to the Wizards, Pelicans, or Nets, I'm pretty sure. I think he tried to tank his draft stock on purpose. I don't know what was going on with him. Because like a month or two ago, you were hearing he was gonna go number 2 or 3. There's even some people saying he could go number 1 over Flag. So yeah, I don't know what happened, but the Utah Jazz got themselves a steal. I was honestly one of those people saying like a month or two ago that I might have even picked him over Flag at number 1 just because I think his potential is crazy high. He could be like a Kevin Durant from Timu type of player. Like he has that type of ceiling, I feel like. But we are going to be simulating his career and seeing how many championships he can win, if he can win a championship, how long it could take him to win a championship in Utah. So let's get into it. The date is October 21st, 2025. We are to the regular season. I am not going to be playing GM this video. I am going to be playing GM in the video. It's probably going to get released tomorrow. I'm going to try and rebuild the Wizards after drafting Trey Johnson. Let me know if you guys want to see any other videos on some of these draft class players. Ace Bailey and Trey Johnson were two of my favorite players, like play styles, like watching them hoop, I guess. So that's why I'm doing these two first. But let me know if you guys want to see any other players. Also, while you're down there, hit that subscribe button. We're on the road to 12K subs. And drop a like. I would appreciate it. First order of business of the regular season. We got to see what moves this team made over the offseason. Joshua Giddey is on the team. We signed him to a 1-year deal. Okay, if Josh Giddey could play like he was playing for the Bulls at the end of the year, when he hit that game winner on some guy on the Lakers, I think there was like photoshopped edits going around that it was LeBron, but I think he actually hit it on like Dorian Finney-Smith. But if Giddey could hoop like that, we will take him. Still got Colin Sexton. We still got Lauri Markkanen. Still got Isaiah Collier, who they drafted last year, who has a lot of potential. Keontae George, they still got, who's got a lot of potential. He's only 21. I mean, it's a young Jazz team. J-Dub's brother, who's only 20 at 6'7". They also drafted Asa Newell, it looks like, too. I thought that was gonna be Michael Porter Jr., but that's some guy named Micah Potter. I have no idea who this dude is. I'm not gonna lie, I'm messing with this roster. Starting lineup we're rocking with is Joshua Giddey at the 1, Sexton at the 2, which I feel like I kind of just rather bring Sexton off the bench than have him run the 2 guard, but it's whatever. Ace Bailey at the 3, Lauri Markkanen at the 4, and Walker Kessler at the 5. I feel like what they could do is run Lauri at the 3, like Asa Newell at the 4, and then run Ace Bailey at the 2. Lineup would be long. Pause. 2026 Kia Most Valuable Player, Nikola Jokic, averaged a triple-double. You know Jokic wasn't letting the MVP slip away from him 2 years in a row. Cooper Flag wins Rookie of the Year. I was hoping to see Ace Bailey, but we don't. What did Ace Bailey do? Looks like he was second in contention. He has 16 points a game, 6.6 boards, 2.1 assists, 1.2 steals, and 1.7 blocks in his rookie year. So really good rookie year. Did he shoot good percentages? Shot pretty good percentages as well. Shot 72% from the free throw line. You get those numbers up a little bit, Ace. Yeah, he led rookies in scoring besides Cooper Flag. Con Knuppel was number 3 or 2 technically because this Javon Smalls guy only played 3 games, so I'm not even really gonna count him. And then Dylan Harper was a 4th in rookie scoring, or 3rd in rookie scoring at 10.9. Trey Johnson 9.4 a game, but only got 15 minutes a game. 9.4 points a game and only 15 minutes a game is pretty good compared to what Ace Bailey, Con Knuppel are doing with like 30 minutes. I'm telling you, Trey Johnson's gonna be a bucket in the NBA. Harden won 6th Man of the Year on the Hornets. Why is Harden on the Hornets and why is he not starting? Just disrespectful. But yeah, the Jazz did not make the playoffs, as you guys see. Cooper Flag and the Mavs, obviously no more led probably by AD and Kyrie, but they got the number 1 seed, and then Wemby got the number 2 seed out in the Western Conference, OKC 3 seed. Let's check what our record was this year. Okay, the worst team in the NBA, or at least the Western Conference, at 25-57, so we got some work to do. I'm not even mad at that because we're gonna get a good draft pick then. The Bucks actually had the worst record in the league at 20-62, and then Wizards were 26-56, so 1 game better than us. So we had the 2nd worst record in the league, so hey, maybe we can get the 1st overall pick and land, what's his name? The Dabastana guy. It's Mavs, Spurs, Western Conference Finals, and the Eastern Conference Finals is the Knicks versus the Cleveland Cavaliers. Where's KD and the Rockets? They got bounced by Wemby in the 1st round. That's tough. And now we got Mavericks, Cavs. Mavericks win in 7 games, so Cooper Flag wins a ring his rookie year. I mean, obviously, you know, he probably didn't do a crazy amount of the work, but he was definitely a part of the squad. Anthony Davis and Kyrie in Game 7 combined for 72 points, and then Klay Thompson with 21. Klay Thompson thinks it's 2017 again. LeBron retires. Brook Lopez retires as a Laker, and Paul George retires at age 36. Damn, that's tough. Klay Thompson also retired too. Damn, a bunch of guys are retiring. Okay, it is draft night. I didn't even look at the lottery. I just wanted to be surprised when we loaded in here. We don't even have a top 5 pick. It says the Knicks are on the clock, and we aren't in that top 5. Darren Peterson goes number 1, Dabastana 2. Did the Jazz trade their pick away or something? Do we not actually have a draft pick this year? Did we just tank for nothing? They had to have traded this pick away. All right, well, I didn't even know that. It's not even letting me sim to a user pick, so that means the Jazz don't even have a pick in the 2nd round. They don't have a pick the whole draft. All right, not what you want to see when you're a young rebuilding team. All right, Wemby wins the 2027 MVP. Dabastano wins Rookie of the Year on the Bulls. And Josh Giddey wins Sixth Man of the Year. The Jazz let Josh Giddey go over the offseason, which I don't know. They didn't want to pay him a long-term extension, I guess. It's kind of tough. Put up really good numbers as the Sixth Man of the Year. And I mean, last year for us on the Jazz, he put up pretty decent numbers too. So I don't know. They might have fumbled Josh Giddey. Jazz player does win an award though. Keontae George put up 21.1 points per game for us, most improved player. But yeah, you guessed it. If Keontae George is putting up 21.1 a game for us, we're probably not making the playoffs. And we didn't even make the play-in. Another 25 win season. We're out to an awful start. Ace is up to an 85. He put up 23.1 points per game this season, 8.7 rebounds. So I mean, there's a lot of potential here. We just gotta build a roster and give him some time to develop. Probably we have a decent roster, I think, if we just keep developing. I didn't expect them to go win a championship in the first 2 years, obviously, but 225 win seasons is definitely not it. And the Mavericks repeat as NBA champions. Cooper Flag is now a 2-time NBA champion to start off his NBA career. Kyrie Irving won Finals MVP. Kyrie Irving is putting up Uncle Drew type of numbers. 35.4 a game, 7.6 assists throughout the finals. He put up 28 a game throughout the regular season, 35 throughout the playoffs. That's what, ring number 4 for Kyrie now, I think. And Cooper Flag went for 30 in game 7 they went to. Yeah, game 7. They went to game 7 back-to-back years in the finals and won both of them. Flag went for 30, Kyrie 27, 80, 22, and 10. Jalen Johnson was the Hawks leading scorer with 17. Damn, Dame and Luke are on the Hawks now too? Since the Jazz were asked, I didn't really check too many transactions over the offseason, so I kind of missed Luka and Dame going to the Atlanta Hawks, but kind of would have been cool to see Dame get a ring before he retires. That was probably his last chance. I mean, maybe him and Luka can make it back next year, but I don't know. And Trae Young's not even on the Hawks anymore. Trae Young is actually on the Spurs on a 4-year, $207 million deal with Victor Wembanyama, Stephon Castle, and Dylan Harper. They also got Jonathan Kuminga too. Yeah, this seems nasty. I don't think they're gonna be able to re-sign Kuminga though. I don't really understand the Trae Young signing though for the Spurs when you got Dylan Harper to run the one, a 6'5" point guard versus like a 6'1" point guard. I mean, he's really like 5'8", I think. Trae Young's cold, don't get me wrong, but it just doesn't really make much sense when you have a Dylan Harper type of guard on a rookie deal still, paying Trae Young $200 million. Like, come on, bro. What are the Spurs doing? Jazz have the 7th pick in this year's draft. That's kind of tough after having one of the worst records in the league. They have the 7th and 9th pick at least, though. I'm not gonna make the picks for them because, I mean, looking at these prospects, I don't know any of these dudes, to be honest. Pretty sure I've heard of Jackson Richardson, but that's really about it. These guys are all real people. I've downloaded the draft class, but I wouldn't do this team any good by picking them. So I'm just gonna send him and let's see who we drafted. They draft Taj Ariza, which it might be Trevor Ariza's kid. I don't know. And they also drafted Jackson Richardson. He's 6'7" from Alabama. All right, seems like 2 pretty good picks. All right, Wemby, another MVP. And once again, a last place finish in the Western Conference for the Jazz. A 20-win season. They're terrible. I don't even know what to say. I mean, this is bad. We're not even seeing any growth. Ace put up 21.9 in games, up to an 89 overall. But I mean, I don't know. I feel like this team should be doing a little bit better than they're playing right now. But let's see what happens. Is the 2028-2029 season playoffs. Ace Bailey just went for 24.4 a game, landing himself on his first All-NBA first team, along with Jokic, who's on the Memphis Grizzlies now, Cooper Flag, Luka Doncic, and blah, blah, blah. The Jazz finally get in the playoffs. They actually had a decent season, and they're matching up against the Golden State Warriors, which I don't think Curry's still here. Yeah, Curry ended up retiring, and they went out and got Giannis instead. So Giannis is on the Warriors along with Pods. Mitchell Robinson is a pretty different looking Warriors team. Even our team is pretty different. There were some moves made over the off seasons. Our new starting lineup is Macau Brown Jr. at the 1, Jared McCain at the 2, Ace Bailey at the 3. I'm cool with Jared McCain on the team. He's a good player. Just don't have Ace doing TikToks in the locker room. All right, we can't have our franchise guy doing that. Ace Anuel at the 4, and then Nasri at the 5. Our bench, Lauri Markkanen is still here on the bench. He's down to an 82. He's kind of aging terribly. Robert Williams, a good pickup on the bench. We got Trevor Ariza's son. I'm just guessing. I don't even know if it is, but I think that's who it is on the bench. We got Jackson Richardson on the bench, and then this is what the rest of our bench is looking like. We do have Nickeil Alexander-Walker, good bench piece as well. But let's see if we can take down Giannis. Warriors are up 2-1 on us right now. This is a big game. This game is game 4 in Utah. Hold on, let me just edit the rotations. But game 4 in Utah, if we lose this, we go down 3-1, and we are probably getting sent home. So 37 seconds left. We're up 5 points, so we should be all right. I mean, if it gets to 1 possession, we'll hop in and watch, but nah, we're cool. Ace Bailey drops 42 in one of his first real meaningful playoff games. 42, 6, and 3 on only 16 shots. Macau Brown Jr., that guard we signed from Oklahoma City, looks like OKC OG kind of let his 2-year option after the rookie contract just go, and we'll take him because he just dropped 30 points and 11 assists for us. Naz Reid 19 and 9, Jackson Richardson 14, 5 and 4 off the bench, and Giannis only had 18 on us. All right, game 5 time, and the Warriors are not playing around in game 5. We're down 26 minutes left, and we end up losing by 15. Giannis just dropped basically 30 on us. Ace Bailey had 27 and 11, Naz Reid 18. The rest of the team did not do too much, and we're facing elimination, and we're going to get eliminated. Utah Jazz have been eliminated. Not a bad playoff debut from Ace Bailey at all. Would have liked to win the series, but he had some good games. He was scoring, put up 24.5 points per game throughout the whole series. It's a good start. We're coming off 3 back-to-back seasons with 25, 25, and 20 wins, so getting 2 playoff wins against Giannis, we're headed in the right direction. The 2029-2030 season is officially underway. But the reason we're not in the playoffs right now is because Ace Bailey left the Utah Jazz. Now, he doesn't want to be there in real life, a lot of people are saying. So this very well could happen. Alexander Sarr actually joined the Utah Jazz with Jared McCain. I have no idea where Ace Bailey went. We are going to find out together. All right, and Ace Bailey joined the Washington Wizards. It glitched out and he was a free agent. So I had to send him 2 games for him to get picked up. And he signed a 1-year deal. So I just extended it to a 5-year because a young player like this going into free agency after his first team would not sign a 1-year deal, so just put him on a 5-year. He's here with Trey Johnson, who also was in Ace Bailey's draft class. They got Walker Kessler from Ace Bailey's old team. They have Ron Holland, Corey Crisper, Dante DiVincenzo. Let's check out the starting lineup. All right, our point guard is a little suspect. The 80 overall Malik Thomas. He's 23. It's his 2nd year in the league. Looks like he sat out a whole year. He played 27-28. Didn't play 28-29. Maybe he was hurt or something. I don't know. But we got Trey Johnson, who's a 93. Ace Bailey, who's a 94. I'm not gonna say that name, but he's an 89 overall, and then got Walker Kessler at an 88. We got Carrington, Ron Holland off the bench. This is a good team right here. Dante DiVincenzo's our 10th man. This could be a championship. The first player from Ace Bailey's draft class wins an MVP is Cooper Flagg, 26.4 and 10. Dylan Harper wins 6th man of the year on the San Antonio Spurs. He's up to a 94 overall. They have a 94 overall sitting on the bench behind Trae Young. They're just wasting his potential over there. I don't know why they signed Trae Young. Wemby's DPOY and Luka clutch player of the year on the Hawks. Ace Bailey had a 25 point per game season basically. He's up to a 95 overall. And like I said, this could be a championship. We have the 1 seed. We're playing Halliburton and the Indiana Pacers. Halliburton, Jace Richardson, Quentin Wilson, Tari Eason, and Thomas Sobers versus our team. We got Dante DiVincenzo starting at the 1 now over the Malik Thomas guy. I mean, it's a tough lineup we got. And we're in the Eastern Conference, which I feel like is not as stacked. We are going to have to play Luka next round most likely if he does win his series. Well, I guess we got to win our series first. We're down 3-1. 3-2. Could we push a game 7? We push a game 7. Ace Bailey with 18. Trey Johnson with 23. Let's hop into this game 7. I'm not going to lie. I was kind of expecting us to, win this series pretty easily as a 1 seed versus an AC. But we're going to a game 7 in Washington. Start of the second half in Washington, we're about 40 points, so we should be all right. What is Ace Bailey doing at the half? Ace Bailey has 13 at the half. Ron Holland has 11. The Murray guy who's up to it, playing up to a 91, has 20 right now at halftime. It's on pace for 40. Trey Johnson has 7 on 3 of 5 shooting. And Ace Bailey wins his first playoff series. 139-104 Wizards. And we got Luka in the next round. Luka, Malachi, Zachary, Risher, Jalen Johnson, and Oneka. This team is nasty. This is going to be a battle. But we have a chance to close the Hawks out. We're up 3-1. Let's hop into this simcast. It's telling me to adjust the lineup. Hold on. A minute 5 left in the 4th with the chance to eliminate Luka Doncic. But Luka said he's not going down without a fight. They're up 1. Let's hop in. All right. The opportunity for Ace Bailey to get to his first finals is on the line. Luka comes in here and hits a mid-range jump shot for his 31st point of the night. Gives him a 3-point lead. And I didn't mean for him to get to his first finals. I meant his first Eastern Conference finals. But Ron Holland to the bucket gets the 2 points right back. And we just need to get a stop. But Dante DiVincenzo, for some reason, is guarding Luka. That's probably not going to end well for us. Luka step back 3. He misses. And Ace Bailey and Trey Johnson are on the sideline right now. I don't know why they were taken out of the game, but I'm going to get them in the game for the Wizards right now because we want our 2 best scorers on the floor when we're down 1. I mean, I would think our coach will realize that, but I don't know. Trey Johnson with the ball, 34 seconds. We need a bucket really bad this possession. Over to Ace Bailey. Ace Bailey corner 3, and he misses. Not over yet, because even if Jalen Johnson makes both these, we're only down to possession, but that was the biggest shot in Ace Bailey's career, and he just missed. Jalen Johnson makes both. We have no timeouts because I had to call it to get Trey Johnson and Ace Bailey in. Last possession. So let's see what we do right here. It looks like they're running a play, like a floppy screen. Trey Johnson to the bucket, misses the layup. I mean, if we had an opportunity for an easy two right there, I wouldn't have minded it, but down 3 going up for a contested layup, I would rather shoot a contested 3-pointer, but we're not able to close them out in front of the home fans. We're gonna have to try and close them out in ATL. Trey Johnson dropped 32, Ace dropped 16, 7 and 6, and Luka dropped 31, 5, 4 assists and 4 steals. All right, game 5, trying to send Luka home. Looks like we're gonna do it. We've been blowing them out all game. They tried making a little push in the third quarter. They beat us by 15 points in the third quarter, but still able to run away with the game by like 30 points. My math is correct. Ace Bailey with 27, 10 and 3 in the closeout game. Trey Johnson had 15. Luka had 35. Wasn't enough. I did not expect Trey Johnson and Ace Bailey teaming up, but this is a good duo. It's like Curry and KD teaming up of the next generation. I'm not saying they're as good as Curry and KD, but you know what I mean. I don't know. 2 young stars teaming up, I guess you could say, or guys entering their prime teaming up. You know what I'm trying to. You know what I mean? I don't know. But we're playing the Hornets. They do still have their draft pick, Con Knuppel. They got Cam Boozer as well. But LaMelo Ball and Brandon Miller are nowhere to be found on this roster. So, new era in Charlotte. They are the 2 seed. So, it looks like it's working out for them. Let's see if we could take them down. We're down 3-0. And Ace Bailey gets swept. And the Hornets 4-1 the Mavericks in the finals. Cooper Flag still won the finals MVP, but Dyson Daniels and Con Knuppel just won an NBA championship. I guess you could say Cameron Boozer too, but I mean, I guess I don't. How is Wemby not winning the championship, or even Kyrie and Cooper Flag over Con Knuppel and Dyson Daniels? What is going on? I don't even know how we got beat by the Hornets, to be honest. Right back in next year's playoffs. We're playing the Indiana Pacers again as the 1 seed, but we got the 1 seed without a very valuable member of the team last year. Trey Johnson actually did not end up re-signing that long-term bag deal with us. He went and joined the Portland Trail Blazers with Scoot Henderson, Donovan Clingan. So they got a good team going over there. Well, at least I thought they did, but they didn't even make the playoffs. They got knocked out by the Pelicans in the play-in. But we got the Pacers again. Let's just simulate through the round. Ace Bailey leads us to the second round, playing the Nets. Ace did have a really good season too, by the way. He put up 25.9 a game. Just put up 27.8 points per game throughout the first series of the playoffs too. But we're down 3-1 to the Nets. Jeremiah Fears is still on the Nets. They got Jalen Duren, a bunch of other guys I haven't heard of. We take the next game though. Could we force a game 7? We do not force a game 7. The Mavericks just choked in the finals again. Jeremiah Fears wins finals MVP and the Nets win the NBA championship. The Brooklyn Nets winning an NBA championship. That is how you know we are deep in the future. The 2032 Kia Most Valuable Player, Cooper Flag again, his second MVP. Ace Bailey, still not to win an MVP yet. Let's see if he was even in top scorers in the league this year. Looks like he was about the 7th leading scorer in the NBA at 24.2 a game. He's up to a 97 overall. They say he's pumped going into the playoffs. They're calling him a demigod. Wizards got the 4th seed though in this year's playoffs, so a little bit of a downgrade. It's Trey Johnson and Scoot Henderson on the Blazers with like a 90 overall Donovan Clingan get bounced in the play-in again. Like that team should be doing better than they are. Wizards are up 3-0 right now though on Charlotte. Over the offseason, the Wizards did pick up Caden Boozer, which is Carlos Boozer's other son, who's a 6'4" point guard. We're playing his brother Cameron Boozer. They were both the leading scorers for both teams, but we got the dub last game. Ace had 23, 11 and 4, and we just need one more game now to close them out to go on to the second round. We're going on to the second round, and we're playing the 1-seeded Nets, who just won a championship with Jeremiah Fears. They also picked up Jaren Jackson over the offseason, which is not good for us, but we are up 3-2. Ace went for 33, 12 and 2 last game. Leading scorer on the Nets was Jeremiah Fears with 19. We beat him by 18 points, 130, 112, and we have a chance to get back to the Eastern Conference Finals. This is the 1 seed. We do not want to have to go play game 7 in Brooklyn. We want to close it right here, and that's what we do. 120, 102. Ron Holland was our leading scorer with 19. This is a really good pickup, Ron Holland. He has a lot of potential. The whole team played good that game, to be honest, though. 18, 18, 15. No one really had a 30, 40 point game, but got the job done. Ace also had 3 steals and 2 blocks. Shot 4 of 14, 1 for 9 and 3. Not his best shooting game, but played good defensively. And we're to the Eastern Conference Finals. We're up 3-1 on the Hawks. I meant to view a box score of the last game and actually went down to simulate round, and I stopped it. We're up 3-1 on the Atlanta Hawks. Luka is still on the Hawks. He went for 21 last game. Ace went for 27 and 14 last game with 4 steals and 3 blocks. And remember, he was shooting 70% from the line his rookie year. He's 14 for 14 from the line last game. I want to check how much steals and blocks he's averaging throughout the playoffs right now. 1.5 steals, 1.6 blocks, and it looks like we're going to get to our first finals. And he does get to his first finals. We're waiting on the winner of Denver Golden State. Giannis is still on the Warriors. Nuggets team have M. Jordan. I don't think that's Michael Jordan, but it's Malachi Jordan, 6'7" from Tennessee. I don't really know who I want to play right here. Giannis already knocked Ace Bailey out one time, so it might be personal. You know, he gave him his first playoff loss ever, so maybe we want Giannis, but honestly, I probably would not want to play Giannis. And we're playing the Nuggets. Malachi Jordan, the Nuggets. Ace Bailey, 28.4, 11.6 boards. That means he had a really good game 7 if he upped his averages that much. Yeah, he had 33, 7, and 4. Luka went for a 40 ball on us, and they still lost by 1 point in game 5. That may mean we may be destined to win a championship this year. Dame, Sarr, Shadon Sharp, Malachi Jordan, Jarrus Walker, and Savion Keita. A lot of these players we don't know anymore in the league, which kind of sucks. I like knowing the players, to be honest. The Wizards take the first 2 games of the finals. First 3 games, it looks like Ace Bailey's gonna win a ring in year number 7. I think this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, year number 7 at age 25. Ace Bailey wins a championship and the finals MVP for the Washington Wizards. I think LeBron was like 28, 29 when he won his first ring, so he's on pace for some elite company. Right back in next year's playoffs, Wizards got the 3 seed. Let's see if Luka can get his get back after Ace Bailey knocked him out last year and then went on to win a championship. It's looking like Luka's not going to get his get back, though. We 4-0 Luka. Luka drops another 40-point game in the elimination game, but his team just does not do anything. Ace Bailey with 28, 8, and 3, and we're moving on to the second round against the Bulls. Bulls do have AJ Dabastano, who's won the past 2 MVPs. This team is disgusting. They have Brandon Miller, AJ Dabastano, and some dude named Brandon McCoy, who's a 95 overall. So, yeah, this team is nasty. We did have the addition of Trae Young, though, over the offseason. So we have Trae Young, Ace Bailey, Liam McNeely, the Murrayan guy who's up to a 94, and Eric Dampier Jr. So it's a really good team versus a really good team. Wizards are up 2-0. Bulls come back, take the next 2. But the Wizards are able to win the next one going into game 6 up 3-2. AJ Dabastano just dropped 40 on us. I don't know what it is with other teams dropping 40 on us and still losing, but it's happened like 3 times now in the past 2 years. Ace Bailey had 21, McNeely 20 was our 2 leading scorers. Let's see if we can close them out. And we do close them out. Ace Bailey with 23, Murrayan with 22, 11, and 8. Ace Bailey also had 4 steals. And we're moving on to the Eastern Conference Finals for the 2nd year in a row. And we got the Charlotte Hornets, who sent us home in our first Eastern Conference Finals. So this is personal. All right, never mind. It might not be. Charlotte's up 2-0. They're up 3-0. He's going to get swept. Hey, we come back and take that one 3-1. At least we're not getting swept, but we get 4-1, basically swept, a gentleman's sweep, and the Hornets go on to win their 2nd championship in the past, I think, 4 years. But yeah, that's where we're gonna end it off. If you want part 2 in the second half of Ace Bailey's career, let me know down below. Drop a like. I just realized this video is gonna be probably 2 hours long if we did this whole career in one video. So if y'all want part 2, let me know. Hit that sub button. We're on the road to 12K, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.